All right, so we are back. Used a quick interruption there, but it is going to be time for qualifying. We'll go ahead and catch up and see who our first drivers are going to be on track because we have 10 minutes of qualifying here in Michigan. We'll see who goes out on track first. Like we have a few takers here early. Matt Grenier is going to be one of them. And there's Matt Grenier right there in that 15 machine. You can see him coming down the apron on the bottom right over there. Alex Penn also seems to be on track. Sean Kastritza in that 46 machine is out on track tonight. Alex Penn we see. Finley Fitzsimmons also out on track. See him right up against the wall. Ron McAdams out on track as well. Nick Haysha also out on track here, the 28 machine. David Farmer also out on track. It's been pretty quick. Ben Speed's out on track. Scott Fritz, our friend. And here's Sean Kastritza. That 46 machine. Looking to have a good night here. And Finley Fitzsimmons right now puts in our first lap time at a 39.07. Matt Grenier about 2/10 off right now. Ron McAdam a little bit further off, maybe looking for a second lap. So keep an eye out there. You see Sean Kastritz is going to put that machine right now in second. And David Farmer moves up into that second position. Got a 10th off from Finley Fitzsimmons' first lap. Still on board here with Finley Fitzsimmons right now. You can see him go all the way to the wall. He's going to go all the way down to the bottom of the apron to click in that second lap. Looks like he goes no faster. Jimmy Allen right now out on track, puts down his first lap and is going to move to that 5th place position. Sean Kastritza goes up to 3rd in his lap, but let's see where he'll clock in here. Sean Kastritza about a 10th and a half off of the leader of Finley Fitzsimmons right now, who's still on track running around. Alex Penn into that 9th position. Adam Lancaster on track. He's always fast no matter where you put him. Mike Kostek also out on track, has been very fast. Tony Iverson also out on track right now. Carrying 13 machine coming out. Right now, our top 3 is Scott Fritz actually is going to move up into 2nd place. Exactly a 10th off from the leader. There's Scott Fritz right there. Great lap for him. Tony Iverson right now, P6, is going to park it. Is going to be confident with that lap. And here comes Adam Lancaster off of 4 to the start-finish line. And Lancaster is going to move up into that 2nd position. Also about a 10th off from our leader, Finley Fitzsimmons. 109 degree track temp as of right now, so very slick. You can see the 17 a little bit loose, and Jim Ott is going to run a very similar time to our leader, and he's going to park that machine right now in 2nd. Gap is little to none between those two. Finley Fitzsimmons still the faster of him and Jim Ott. Tyler Johnson out on track right now. Tyler's going to get to the wall there. Ben Speed right now in 17th position. Cody Anderson's going to move up to 14th. Jason Harrison right now putting in his lap. Daniel Cunningham. Let's see where Daniel puts his lap time at. It looks like that'll be his out lap. So 5 minutes left here in qualifying. Actually just a little bit over 5 minutes. We see 18 drivers have put in a lap. Daniel Cunningham's going to be probably 19 once he finishes here. Speed's going to move up to 16th position. Hello, everyone in the chat. Jason Harrison up to 3rd. What a lap by Jason. That's a great lap. But really quickly, thanks to everyone who's tuning in here on YouTube and Facebook tonight. Hope the stream looks good. I hope it beats your expectations, but we're going to try to have a good night tonight. So thank y'all again for all joining us. Make sure that y'all give a thumbs up on the YouTube video and Facebook video. Share it. Friends, family, whatever you would like to share it with. And do a lot for us here at the Bluegrass Iracing series. See right now, Daniel Cunningham out on track right now. Right now, scored in 20th position. 4 minutes left here of qualifying. Start finish line, Daniel Cunningham. Lock in 19th position, so no faster for the 08 machine. Casey Ryback right now also out on track right now, looking to put in a lap. Same thing with Lucas Lyons. Lucas Lyons is out on track. Travis Twitty just exited pit lane and will also be on track here in a second. Watch Casey come in, put in his first lap this time by. Casey right now gonna put that car into P21. Chris LaBourgeois out on track. We saw him have a solid week at Kansas before getting, or he had an incident in Kansas, but still came back and had a great race. Looking to start off, looking to start where he left off last week. Lucas Lyons also out on track right now. And Michigan is definitely very lengthy. It's 2-mile track, so it really does take you some time, you know, to get off a pit road, complete that out lap, and get on your first lap. It definitely feels a lot longer than other tracks. And you can see Lucas Lyons right now. Chooses to run the top line, and this could be because he's maybe trying to put the time into a second lap, or he just feels like there's a lot more speed up there. We will find that out. Casey Ryback moved up to 20th. Lucas Lyons is going to be 23rd. Chris LaBourgeois up to that 6th position. Travis Twitty 23rd. Lucas Lyons 24th. As we're going to look at Travis Twitty right now. See him in the 19 machine tonight. A little bit different paint scheme for him, but it looks great nevertheless. Again, we said Chris LaBourgeois up to 6th place, and you can see Lucas Lyons now running the bottom. So what that means to me is that for the first lap, this car is just very loose, and you don't really want to push it, and these drivers feel like, you know, running a lap on their tires is really going to help for their qualifying run. Lucas Lyons is going to finish out in P8 during his qualifying efforts. Travis Twitty's going to move up to the 21st position. Michael Cole out on track here with a minute left. May have time to get in one lap. And Alex, that you do. Starting P20 though, but we've seen you come back up through the field before, so we all believe in you. And Alex Penn, our winner at Auto Club, that is. Right now, hopefully next week we'll get it up, but we do have the points. And as of right now, we have 4 drivers that are locked into the playoffs. Alex Penn in that 30 machine. Jim Ott in the 4 machine. Michael Kostek, who's in the 8 car. And then James Allen, who won last week at Kansas. I've been all of our winners so far this season. And he'll have to correct me, but he has Jimmy Allen. He might like to go by James, but nevertheless, still out here. And this is Michael Cole. 30 seconds left to qualifying. He's going to put in one lap, it looks like. Going to put him in the 25th position. Michael Cole still looking to run maybe a better lap, but with 16 seconds left, it's very unlikely that he will get this lap in time. Five seconds left. It looks like his qualifying efforts are going to be over. As we get ready here to line up, we're going to go ahead and look at our grid. This is our starting grid tonight. All right, so starting first tonight is going to be Finley Fitzsimmons. 5 machine looking strong out there. Jim Ott's going to be starting second. Jason Arison up in third tonight. Great qualifying effort from Jason. Adam Lancaster up in fourth. Scott Fritz fifth. Chris LaBourgeois is going to be starting sixth tonight. Seventh's going to be David Farmer. Eight's going to be Lucas Lyons. 9 is Sean Kastritza. And 10th right now is Mike Kostek. Tony Iverson's going to be qualifying 11th. And last week's winner, Jimmy Allen, is going to be qualified 12th tonight. And our next row is going to be Nick Haysha up in that 13th position, and Matt Grenier right now in 14th. Justin Ray, that is, in 15th. John McAdams going to be starting 16th that night. Cody Anderson's going to be starting 17th. Tyler Johnson's going to be starting 18th. Ben Speed's going to be in that 19th position, and 20th is going to be Alex Penn. 21st is going to go to Travis Twitty. Daniel Cunningham 22nd. Casey Bryback is going to be 23rd, and Brian Terry 24th. And to round out our field tonight, Michael Cole in that 25th position. Jonathan Cofield is going to be starting 26th tonight. And Robert Richards in P27. Drivers, you can see, are starting to line up here. 85 laps tonight. Our stage break's going to be a lap 35, and these drivers have 3 sets of tires. So basically, they're going to want to go all the way to lap 35, which I don't know if they can make that way on fuel. We'll have to see. Usually they can make it around like 25-ish laps. If these drivers can't make it all the way on fuel, they'll have to stop once and probably not take tires. And then from that, they'll have 2 more sets. One that they'll probably take on their stage break at 35, and they'll probably take another one after that. Nevertheless, we will see what happens here as we are rolling off Finley Fitzsimmons right now, starting first. And really quickly, let's see if maybe, just maybe, we could grab someone in here before the green flag. Let's see. Let's see if we can get our pole sitter up here. Finley Fitzsimmons. Hey, Finley Fitzsimmons, you got a copy?
I do.
Well, on the pole tonight, had a very good qualifying effort, that is. What do you have to do to win this race, man?
It's a long race. It's going to be a fuel mileage race, so with a lot of tyre saving, a lot of fuel saving is going to happen. So whoever can save the tyres, whoever can save the most fuel is probably going to be the best spot.
All right. Well, we hope you lead some laps out there tonight. Just want to drag you in and hear some words from our pole sitter tonight. So we wish you the best of luck, Finley.
Thank you, man.
That was Finley Fitzsimmons, our pole sitter tonight. And again, yeah, very excited about that qualifying effort of his. Finley is very fast, and he's really been doing good as of lately. So we will see. And maybe we'll grab some other drivers during stage breaks and such. So don't worry if we do not get your favorite driver. We'll definitely have a lot of opportunities tonight to probably grab a driver or two. So Finley Fitzsimmons, we saw, grab the pole. Said he'd been waiting for this one for a while, so good for him. But that 5 car is going to be leading us to the Geico restart zone, that is. And pace car is off, and the green flag is out. Here at Michigan Speedway, you can see a big stack up on the bottom. Scott Fritz getting stacked up a little bit behind Jason Arison. Finley Fitzsimmons out to a pretty good jump. Is going to look to clear Jim Ott. Jim Ott's not going to let him have it just yet going into turn 1. Finley Fitzsimmons now has the lead. But here comes Jim Ott looking underneath that 5 machine. Jim Ott. Let's see if he can maybe get it, but the momentum's going to be with that outside, and it looks like Jim Ott's going to be able to close in right behind Finley Fitzsimmons. But right now, that's the battle. Chris LaBourgeois right there. Scott Fritz looking underneath them, and he will be able to go underneath them here. So we've got a battle for 5th place. We've got a battle for 3rd as well. Jason Arison underneath Adam Lancaster, almost sliding up into him. Right now, right behind them, Chris LeBourgeois and Scott Fritz right now. They were side by side, but Chris is going to prevail. Right behind them, a lot of drivers stacked up. Jimmy Allen making it 3 wide. James Allen, that is. And still 3 wide, that's David Farmer and Lucas Lyons. David Farmer's going to clear up in front of Lucas. And there goes Scott Fritz, maybe trying to make a move. The 47 also right behind him. That's John McAdam looking to make a move here on Sean Kastritza, that 46 machine. Field is still really tight right now, and you can see they're all battling. Look at Scott Fritz all the way on the bottom. It's really nice to be on the bottom, but once you hit that seam right there, that the car just becomes a little bit more, what's the word I'm looking for? Maybe like, I won't say understeerable, but you just get a lot of understeer once you hit that seam. And so you get really loose, and you can see 3 wide into turn 1. That's Chris LeBourgeois, James Allen, and Scott Fritz. And Chris LeBourgeois is going to give up that position, but they're 3 wide right here. That's Scott Fritz, James Allen, and Scott Fritz going to get in. James Allen, Jason Harrison into the wall. Big contact there. David Farmer also has some nose damage, but he was not involved in that incident. But they're 3 wide now. Matt Grenier, Mike Kostek. There's Sean Kastritza, you see right underneath of Mike Kostek. But right now, we got a battle for second. That was really unfortunate. It looked like James Allen and Scott Fritz just kind of merged into each other and sent Jason Harrison, unfortunately, into the wall, as he had a great qualifying effort. So very unfortunate for him. Fitzsimmons still out front. Adam Lancaster second. There you see David Farmer, Sean Kastritza to the outside. And David Farmer definitely does have some nose damage. I'm not sure if maybe he received that from the original start. He may have got someone in the back, but he definitely got someone in the back. You can see that nose damage. And this is a track where you don't need any nose damage, I will tell you. It really hurts the car. Lucas Lyons and Mike Kostek right now side by side. This is the battle for 8th. Lucas Lyons going to pull out front. And look at John McAdam. John McAdam right now up 12 positions to that 4th place position right now. John McAdam is on a roll in that 47 machine. By far, the driver with the most positions gained. Jonathan Cofield right now back in that 16th position has also gained 10 spots. See him and Nick Haisha side by side. We got a battle for the lead. Adam Lancaster and Finley Fitzsimmons. It looks like Adam Lancaster able to get to the outside of the 5 machine. And that 17 machine is going to go up to the front. Adam Lancaster, your leader. In the Bluegrass Iracing Xfinity Series, lap 7 out of 85, lap 7 out of 35, which is our stage break tonight. Drivers looking to win that stage break. And Chris LeBourgeois and James Allen right now, side by side. He's going to have to give it up, and here comes Lucas Lyons on that outside. With these Xfinity cars, you really got to save the right front tire, especially early. So maybe these drivers are doing so, and they're starting to push now once you hit around this lap 7 area. Tony Iverson's making a move now on David Farmer. You see Matt Grenier right behind David Farmer as well, looking to make a move. And that damage right now is probably hurting that 84 machine, as he's not really able to go anywhere on the straightaways. And you can see Matt Grenier clear. Tyler Johnson maybe looking to clear as well now. Up front here, 3 wide. James Allen, Scott Fritz, Mike Kostek, and you can see that this time. Oh, Scott Fritz gets turned. And oh, Sean Kastritza hard to the outside wall. And oh, David Farmer big hit, and they're still hitting big in the back. Michael Cole to the inside wall. And you can see Justin Ray's destroyed. That's the 91 of Casey Rybeck also destroyed. Well, the caution's out. We're going to go see what happened here in just one moment. So y'all saw the action right there. A lot of carnage going on. It all started with James Allen and Scott Fritz. James Allen looks like he had slid up in front of Scott Fritz. Or not slid up in front of him, but slid up into him, and it just turned him straight into Sean Kastritza. And Sean Kastritza took a huge hit to that outside wall. Same thing with Scott Fritz. And then it looked like David Farmer piled in, and from that there were a lot of drivers. Michael Cole, Casey Ryback, Justin Ray, who just had nowhere to go and all ran right into him. So our top 6 drivers stay out. Adam Lancaster, Finley Fitzsimmons, Jim Ott, John McAdam, Tony Iverson, and Alex Penn. And what I'm guessing is that they're going to stay out here and, you know, just go to whenever they can make it on fuel. They're going to go halfway and then just go in, take some fuel, and get out. There's really none of the drivers looks like they took tires, which with only 3 tire sets, you can't. You could take one at the stage break, and that's about it. If you look over on the right side, this is our temperature for today so far. 74 degrees here, which feels pretty good. But that 109 degree track temp really gets you. And these cars are really wanting to slide around a lot, and we've seen that so far. But again, only one caution so far through 11 laps. A pretty big one at that. Right now, Adam Lancaster leads us. Finley Fitzsimmons second, Jim Ott third, and John McAdam, again, who has gone up a lot of positions since the start of this race, is up in 4th. Top 6 all stayed out, but again, no tire advantage, just maybe a fuel advantage just to top off, make it a little bit longer. But I would not be guessing that they could make it all the way from here. They might be close, who knows? And, oh, a little bit of contact for our leaders there. Not 100% sure. But nevertheless, Adam Lancaster off. Adam Lancaster with a pretty easy start. There's going to take the lead, and you can see it's single filed out through the top 4. Alex Penn and Tony Iverson maybe, but Alex Penn's going to get the run off. I'm going to look here past John McAdam. Our first battle goes back to Mike Kostek and Matt Grenier. And this is the battle for 10th place. Jonathan Cofield right now up 15th positions into that 11th spot right there in that 58 machine, doing good tonight. Still single file for our front wild. Jim Ott maybe looking for 2nd place here over Finley Fitzsimmons. Our pole sitter tonight, that is. Finley Fitzsimmons also our only Toyota in the top 11 right now. And here comes Jim Ott. Jim Ott to the outside of Finley Fitzsimmons. Great move. Has a good run off the corner. And Finley Fitzsimmons now under attack from Jim Ott. Right behind him, Tony Iverson and Alex Penn were side by side. You can see Tony Iverson really throw it into the bottom here underneath Alex Penn. And this is where things get kind of treacherous. You just want to slide straight up, and he's going to do it. Good slide job. And he's going to take away that 5th position, that is. And you can see Alex Penn with a little bit of a run, but nothing too much. Jim Ott's going to clear into the 2nd place position. Other than that, we're pretty single file for a while. And I don't see any battles right now on track side by side, so everyone seems pretty content, except for Tony Iverson. Tony Iverson's going to make a move here for 4th place over John McAdam. Side by side are the 47 and the 24. And I have a battle here for our lead soon as Jim Ott is caught up to the back of that 17 car. Tony Iverson on a roll right now, past the 47. Tony Iverson, one of the drivers, I believe, that maybe came in and pitted. Or it does not look like that. Looks like Lucas Lyon's still our first driver. Right now, top 6, all have not pitted, but still in top 6. And you see Finley Fitzsimmons back to 3rd. Tony Iverson may be looking to get that position here soon. But Adam Lancaster right now leads us in that 17 machine. right in front of Jim Ott. Jim Ott maybe trying to sneak a move here underneath him, but Adam Lancaster able to hold it. Looks like Jim Ott right now able to hold it just a little bit better down there than Adam Lancaster. Maybe a little bit too loose. Not 100% sure. But right now, Adam Lancaster under fire from Jim Ott. Jim Ott looks for a move. Thinks better of it. Is going to take that outside. Adam Lancaster to the bottom to allow Jim Ott to maybe get some momentum on that outside. Maybe set up a move. We did have some battles back here. Matt Grenier and Chris LeBourgeois side by side for 8th place. Right ahead of them, you see Alex Penn maybe trying to make a move there on John McAdam, that is. And Jim Ott going to clear into first. And there goes Adam Lancaster. And this, I don't see any damage on that car. So it looks like maybe this is a scheduled pit stop to make it all the way. And oops, I just noticed we're on lap 17 out of 85. And you can see here Alex Penn side by side with Lucas Lyons. And you can see the Hornets nest right behind them. Chris LeBourgeois under fire now from Mike Kostek and Jonathan Cofield, that is. And they're side by side entering turn 3. This is the battle for 8th place. The 8 cars in 8th place right now. Chris LeBourgeois in 9th. We might see a few of our front drivers maybe come in here and pit. Adam Lancaster split this stage right in half. Going to go lap 17 and then to 35. See, we still have a battle back here. Chris LeBourgeois and Jonathan Cofield side by side for 8th place. See just how tight it is. Matt Grenier now trying to make a move here under Alex Penn, that is. This is the battle for 5th place. Still side by side down the backstretch. Alex Penn has the draft of that 25 machine of Lucas Lyons. And you see Matt Grenier with a little bit of front left damage. Again, not 100% sure how he got that, but a little bit of damage on that 15 machine. Not what you want this early in the race. Chris LeBourgeois goes into the pits here. Nick Hacia, Ben Speed, Travis Twitty, all looks like they're coming down pit road this time by. See the battle here, Matt Grenier. There's definitely a lot of that damage. You can see it from this view. You see Alex Penn and him side by side, very tight off the corner. And here comes Mike Kostek. Trying to make a move to the outside of that 15 machine. And there's Jonathan Cofield. Jonathan Cofield now to the outside. Mike Kostek clear of the 15 machine. Matt Grenier's going to have to give up those positions. But right now it's Jim Ott out front still. See just how much of a gap he has. A few drivers coming out of pit lane. See how far back they are. And Tony Iverson maybe trying to make a move here on Finley Fitzsimmons here soon. You can see he is almost to the back bumper of that 5 machine now. Tony Iverson in that Flame 24. Iconic Flame 24, that is. Remember, these drivers all went in and took fuel. So, actually, these drivers did not go in and take fuel. The top 3 all stayed out, and then in 5th place, Alex Penn also stayed out. The Lucas Lyons is the first car that came in that went in and took fuel. But I don't know if they can make it all the way to the stage and nevertheless, make it around again. So, we'll see. But Tony Iverson maybe trying to make a pass here past the 5 machine, not able to do. All these cars kind of lined up right now and right ahead of them. Robert Richards up to 9th place, having a very solid night so far. Brian Terry, it looks like already has went in and gotten service. Is back out on the track. And Jim Ott looks like he's coming down pit road this time. Got that 4 machine locked up. Same thing with Tony Iverson's going to follow him right in. So 21 laps there, so maybe a little bit less than 20 laps probably is looking for about the fuel range right now. A few drivers. Brian Terry is a lap down. Chris LeBourgeois is a lap down. Casey Ryback is obviously a lap down, involved in that wreck. But Finley Fitzsimmons right now, our leader here at Michigan. Got a very solid night so far. Daniel Cunningham, also one of the drivers that came in and pitted. Adam Lancaster already pitted. He's looking to split this in half. Alex Penn in this time. Finley Fitzsimmons, the only driver left of that bunch that did not stop on lap 10 to stay out. So I would be expecting him to come in here in the next few or so laps. But he can definitely stretch it to 23. So if those guys who went in on lap 10, they may be able to save it, because he's about to make it from 23 to 24. So you would at least have to save 2 more laps of fuel than Finley Fitzsimmons is doing right now. And we'll see if this 5 car comes in this time by. And there it comes this time by. Into pit road's going to slide it right in, but a decent pit stop for him. So Lucas Lyons is now going to be our leader. See a little bit of rear end damage there, but I'd rather have rear end than front damage at this track. See right behind them, Mike Kostek right now in second, Jonathan Cofield third. Well, that's the lap down car of Cody Anderson coming out of the pits. And Robbie Richards. Look at Robert out there right now in that 4th position, up 23 spots. Same thing with Jonathan Cofield, both up 23 spots. Tyler Johnson right now in that 6th. Lucas Lyons actually just came in and pitted. So Lucas probably knows he can't make it all the way, so he's going to go in and just pit right now. And none of the drivers are going to go in and take tires. They're all just going to take in fuel. And it really sounds like Tyler Johnson is trying to save, and you can really hear it. Go into his cockpit here. We'll show the dashboard of the car. You see 180 miles an hour. We'll see where he lifts. He lifts pretty, I wouldn't say pretty early, but yeah, he is definitely not on the throttle. So Tyler Johnson maybe cooking up a strategy here to make it all the way from lap 10. So he's going to have to make it a pretty decent way, but nevertheless changes it up a little bit. And I'll tell you who's not saving is Jonathan Cofield. He is out there driving pretty hard. Mike Kostek came in and pitted last time by. So the good thing, though, about pitting on lap 10 is that even though you might have had to lose a few positions, now in this race, you can go in and pit, or you can stay out a little bit longer. And by staying out, if you catch a caution at the right time, it would put a lot of people a lap down. But Robert Richards right now our leader. Right behind him is Brian Terry, but Brian Terry right now is 1 lap down at the moment. And Brian Terry looking for a pass here. Matt Grenier right now in second. There's Tyler Johnson. So if we go here to our tower, we can see Tyler Johnson 11 seconds back right now. Pretty far back of the leaders, but he's going to really try to make it. Robert Richards in the pits this time. James Allen maybe also trying to save fuel. And again, really off the throttle. So that tells me that James Allen is also looking to save fuel. A lot of strategies cooking up here. Then Jim Ott, our first driver that pitted, is in that 5th position. And Adam Lancaster maybe did not have a good pit stop. He is way back right now in the field. I'm not sure if maybe he might be trying to save. But Adam Lancaster was the leader when he pitted, or at least second. And right now he's back in the 11th position. Lee Fitzsimmons right now still in 5th, having a pretty good night. You see Jim Ott right in front of him. Alex Penn not too far behind. Matt Grenier right now has a 13-second lead. See Tyler Johnson still trying to save fuel, and he is way slower than a lot of, I mean, there's the 84 of David Farmer, and you can see how much slower he is trying to save fuel. So by this time, Jim Ott right now, 28 seconds back, and Tyler Johnson has about 14 seconds right now on Jim Ott. So if he could save all the way, he could definitely make it to the end of the stage in that first place position. And no matter what, everyone else would have to pit. Everyone's going to come in and pit here in about 5-6 laps. Again, lap 35. But the only problem is that, trying to save so much extra fuel is that you still have to make it around to the pace car. So you have to even go half a lap from where you're going. As Matt Grenier with a little bit of internet issue, but nevertheless, it figured itself out. Matt Grenier looks like he might be coming in this time by. There he goes, right into the pits. So this will hand off the lead to Tyler Johnson here in a little bit. Matt Grenier looks like he gets on pit road just fine. Tyler Johnson right now is going to retain this lead once he goes in, and you can see just how much slower he is. Jim Ott right now, who's in the 4th position, but the first driver that is taking fuel, Matt Grenier and James Allen also in this time by. Again, the lead's going to go to Tyler Johnson. Looks like he's going to be the only driver that's going to try this strategy to make it all the way, and it's definitely a risky one. He's got 10 seconds on Jim Ott, and like I said, you can't just save for lap 35. You have to save for around lap 36. Well, I mean, it ends on 36. So you have to save for lap 37 because you also have to make it all the way around. But the good thing is that you can coast to the pace car. So you only lose about 0.2 to 0.3 gallons of fuel under caution each lap. It's usually around like 1.5. But usually out here on the track, you lose about 0.5 to 0.6 each lap. So you can see 7.5 seconds back to Jim Ott right now. See, Alex Penn has caught Mike Kostek. This is the battle for 4th place in the stage. You see right behind them is Jonathan Cofield and Tony Iverson. Tony Iverson looked very fast at the beginning of this race. Maybe lost a few positions off of pit road. Down to 5 seconds to Jim Ott now for Tyler Johnson. And Tyler Johnson has really got to be clutching it now. Again, we'll go on board here. You can see 176 miles an hour, 182. And there's how early he's letting off. I mean, he's letting off almost 200, 300 feet before he gets into the corner. So he's going to be very close on fuel. And on lap 33, you've got to worry about Jim Ott. He's running about, let me see, he's running pretty slow compared to Jim Ott. So running about 3 seconds slower right now than Jim Ott. Jim Ott 2.5 seconds back. That means that Tyler Johnson is probably worried about his fuel. And you could hear it blip right there. He's out of fuel, and he's going to have to come in this time by. Tyler Johnson trying a different strategy. The good thing is, though, is that he's the leader in pits close. So if you're Tyler Johnson here, you're not going to get any stage points, but you might as well go ahead and take tires and get the lead. And that's what I could see Tyler Johnson doing, is getting the lead here after this, but he's also got to make sure he doesn't go a lap down. But Jim Ott right now, our leader here in Michigan. War Machine's been very fast tonight, up one position from his starting place of 2nd. And Jim Ott's going to come take the white flag for the stage. And looking at Tyler Johnson, it looks like he's going to get back out on track. So, we'll take a look, but it looks like Tyler maybe only took fuel. Only had a 6-second pit stop, so Tyler maybe making a mistake there of not taking tires, because he could get the lead after the stage, but it looks like he's just gonna. It looks like he maybe was just trying to make it all the way and it wasn't able to work out for him. But Jim Ott, this War Machine looking fast tonight. Already has a win this season at Las Vegas, but it's going to be another playoff point to that War Machine as he will win Stage 1 at Michigan.
All right, man, caution is
And the
out.
caution is out. Top 10 finishers: Jim Ott, Finley Fitzsimmons, Mike Kostek, Jonathan Cofield. There's Tony Iverson right behind him in 5th. Alex Penn will be 6th. Matt Grenier 7th. It looks like Adam Lancaster was 8th. Nick Haisha would be 9th. And Robert Richards going to be 10th in that stage. Let's see, it's 17 and the 28 side by side, maybe just trying to get in order. But nevertheless, and this is what I was talking about. If he would have made it all the way, he would still have to probably, you know, go another lap and a half around. Just like they're doing right now. And we'll see if maybe we can get a word from our stage winner here, Jim Ott. But we'll let him pit first. Let him get in and out of the pits. Again, he gets 10 points, but already locked into the playoffs. But he does get that extra bonus point for the playoffs, which is going to be very nice for that 4 machine. And you can see pit lane right now looks pretty empty. But pit lane will be open this time by, and you'll see all the drivers take that hard left turn, except for a few that may be a lap down. Michael Cole looks like he's going to stay out. And then we'll see all of lap down cars. Jason Harrison, Tyler Johnson, Casey Ryback, all going to go out. Go to the front of pit lane here, and we'll watch the race off of pit lane. Jason Harrison, our lucky dog. Jim Ott, that second pit stall. Only Fitzsimmons in the first. And here comes our drivers. You see Mike Kostek make that hard right. Jim Ott's going to pull out first, it looks like. I think it'll be Mike Kostek, Cofield, Lee Fitzsimmons, Alex Penn. Be our top 5 off pit road. A few modifieds there from our earlier incident. But it looks like James Allen is going to stay out. Not sure, maybe he's on a different strategy or not. Same thing with Matt Grenier. Matt Grenier also out right now front. There's Jim Ott. So we'll see. Let's see if we get Jim Ott here. I was gonna grab him, but I just cannot quite find his channel. So I'll do one more look for that. But nevertheless, Jim Ott gets a stage point, and stage points are really hard to get. People don't realize. So definitely a very decent stage win for him. See, they're gonna be lining up here. It's time by. Second caution, but our first non-incident caution. Maybe we'll get a word with another driver here sooner or later, but as you see lining up here, gonna be James Allen's gonna be in first place. Jim Ott's gonna be second. Mike Kostek third. Jonathan Cofield fourth. Finley Fitzsimmons fifth. Alex Penn sixth. Robert Richards gonna be seventh. Lucas Lyons eighth. Tony Iverson ninth, and John McAdams gonna be in that 10th position. So all the drivers look like they went in and took tires this time. And it looks like they can make it like around 21, 22 laps on fuel maybe. So we'll be watching out for that because, after this, they'll be able to pit probably at like 57-ish. Which from right there, it'd be to 77, which would be just short. So at least probably 2 more pit stops for our guys tonight. And the green flag's back out. James Allen with a huge jump out front. And right there, you see the battle for third. Mike Kostek and Jonathan Cofield side by side. Right behind him, Alex Penn and Finley Fitzsimmons side by side. And man, look at that move by Finley Fitzsimmons. Going to clear himself in front of Alex Penn. Now the battle's there for third place, but now it's going to be for fourth. As here comes Finley Fitzsimmons on that outside. Jim Ott looking underneath James Allen. That's the battle for first. James Allen able to hold him down there, but he's going to lose a little bit of track position there off the corner. Just not a big enough run, but they're still side by side for first place. And it looks like Jim Ott's going to be able to clear him going into turn one. F4 machine out front. You see right behind them. He started the single file out a little bit. We go a little bit back. Robert Richards and John McAdams are battling, but here comes Tony Iverson. Tony Iverson right now in that 10th position, wants 9th from that 48. Tony Iverson and Robert Richards side by side in the corner. You can see just how tight they're racing. Tony Iverson wants to go up, but that 48's still there. No help for the 24s. They're still going to be side by side down the front stretch. Still battling here. It looks like Tony Iverson's going to get that position. Right ahead of them, you see Jonathan Cofield and Mike Kostek. This is the battle for second. Or for third, that is. Mike Kostek, Jonathan Cofield side by side going into turn three. Cofield's going to clear, but Kostek's not done yet. Maybe trying to make a move here, but going to relinquish that position. It's going to go to Jonathan Cofield. Right behind them, Alex Penn under attack here from Lucas Lyons. Lucas Lyons trying to make his way back up. See him really trying to get on that outside of Alex Penn. And he's going to really throw it in there this time by. Here comes Lucas. Lucas has the run now side by side with Alex Penn. This is the battle here for 6th place. Right ahead of them, James Allen now under attack from Jonathan Cofield. Jonathan Cofield going to really throw it in this corner, but still side by side with that 99 machine who won last week at Kansas. Cofield's going to clear into second. Here comes Mike Kostek. Still are side by side is Alex Penn and Lucas Lyons. And here comes Mike Kostek now looking underneath that 99 machine. That 8 machine now underneath him for third place. And you can see just how close they're going to get. Very close. Right behind them, Finley Fitzsimmons also very close to Lucas Lyons. That 25 machine is now up. Finley Fitzsimmons going to look to the bottom here in front of Alex Penn now to get underneath this 99 machine. Kostek's going to be clear, but here comes Finley Fitzsimmons with a big run. He's going to even look underneath Kostek now in that 8 car. Alex Penn, oh no, man, they're so tight. 3 wide now down the front stretch. Lucas Lyons, Alex Penn, and James Allen. And here comes John McAdam in that 47 machine. Tony Iverson in that 24, and Lucas Lyons actually hit the wall. You can see Tony Iverson really hit the brake there not to get him. There's a lot of chaos going on. Finley Fitzsimmons moves into third. Alex Penn and James Allen still side by side. Lucas Lyons wants it, but John McAdam's down there. You can see they're almost 3 wide. Looks like they are going to be 3 wide. Mike Kostek maybe with an issue all the way up on the top of the track. And they're just 3 wide, but looks like they're going to be able to single file it out within like 5 seconds. And here comes Tony Iverson. Tony Iverson looking underneath Lucas Lyons. That's the battle for 8th. John McAdam underneath James Allen. That's the battle for 6th. John McAdam all the way to the bottom of the track, trying to find grip down there, but not going to look like it's going to help him that much. Here comes Lucas Lyons now to the outside of that 47 machine. See them battling there. Cody Anderson kind of by himself. Same thing with Ben Speed. Nick Haysha and Matt Grenier not too far away from each other. Same thing with Adam Lancaster back here in the 15th position. I'm not 100% sure what happened to Adam Lancaster. He was very fast at the beginning of this race and has dropped back to 15th, so some problems for that 17 machine. Either that or you might be trying to save some fuel, but we're 3 wide again. I think we might actually be 4 wide almost. Looked like Tony Iverson was really trying to make it 4 wide, but you can kind of see this big cluster of cars here. James Allen, Lucas Lyons, John McAdam, and Tony Iverson, and they may be just 3 wide getting off this corner, and it looks like they are now. And one car going in, that's Mike Kostek in that 8 machine. It looked like he might have had an issue. So he had dropped like a rock as well and has gone into the pits now. John McAdam now clear into that 5th place position. See James Allen falling back a little bit, but there's Tony Iverson. Tony Iverson side by side with James. He's not clear just yet. He's going to get underneath Lucas as well. Big run here for that 24 car. This is the battle here for 6th. Going to go to Tony Iverson. Right behind them, Robert Richards in 8th right now in that 48 machine. Tony Iverson's going to clear Lucas Lyons. He is now set sailing up, trying to get that 5th position. Jim Ott's still our leader, though. You can see the gap between him and Cofield. That's the battle for 1st and 2nd. And right behind them is Finley Fitzsimmons and Alex Penn. They've made their way up front. See Alex Penn reeling in that 5 machine. Hope everyone's enjoyed the stream tonight. Make sure, again, you hit that thumbs up button. It does a lot for the Bluegrass Iracing Series community. Make sure you please hit that thumbs up button for this race tonight. It's been a good one so far. Same thing with Facebook and YouTube. So we'll see it's all Jim Ott right now. Jonathan Cofield just over a half a second back. A second back is Finley Fitzsimmons. Second and a quarter back is Alex Penn. Daniel Cunningham and Chris LaBourgeois both into the pits right now. Cody Iverson looking for 5th place as he had caught that 47 car. Robert Richards, Ben Speed, Nick Haisha, Travis Twitty all going down pit road this time. See right there. Now I'd be guessing that most of these drivers I thought would be able to make it a lot further than they are. So definitely kind of interesting right now. You remember, they only have 1 set of tires left, so more than likely, if you're one of these drivers, you take it now, though, because you'll get the long run speed that you need out of the car, and then just don't take tires on your last stop and just take fuel only. The only problem, though, is that, say one person decides to save their tires, they would be able to use their tires and use them for like the last 10 laps or whenever the caution comes out. The only problem with that, though, is because they didn't take tires on the longer stint, they may be like a lap down or so. As you can see, Ben Speed right there definitely looks like he took tires in the 29 cars. He looks pretty quick. But Cofield has now been caught by Fitzsimmons. Fitzsimmons has made his way. Fitzsimmons made his way up into that 3rd position, but really close to Cofield. Jim Ott still with the lead, almost up to a 2nd. Tony Iverson kind of by himself now. Same thing with John McAdam, Lucas Lyons. All these guys really by themselves. Adam Lancaster up to 11th, it looks like. Robert Richards, the first car, it looks like that took tires. Maybe Jason Harrison might be, but it's Robert Richards. I think you see a lot of battling going on. Ben Speed 1 lap down right now, that 29 car. The battle's on behind them. Same thing with that 19 of Travis Twitty. 1 lap down, just pitted. James Allen comes in this time. He brings that 99 in this time. There you see just one car ahead of Cofield is our leader. Jim Ott's pretty far out there right now. You see pit lanes looking pretty empty. There's James Allen, who just came down the pits. He'll go one lap down. And right there you see Jim Ott, our leader, a few other drivers passing on by. Tony Iverson really starting to catch this group. Go aboard with Tony Iverson and let's just listen to his throttle control. Tony Iverson's actually going to come in this time. So let's go up to Finley Fitzsimmons in the 5 machine. There was a little bit of an onboard time with Finley Fitzsimmons right now, who's out front. Or out front in third, that is. Not out front of everyone, though. It's been very fast tonight. Our pole sitter stayed in the top 5 all night. Great race for Finley Fitzsimmons. A lot of drivers making up a lot of positions tonight. Jonathan Kofi had up 24 positions from his original starting spot. Alex Penn, who came up here earlier and said that he had a long way to climb, up 16 positions into 4th. He did it just well. John McAdam up 11 positions into 5th. Matt Grenier up 7 positions into 7th, that is, and he's going to come in and pit this time by. So, realistically, if you're the drivers, you want to make it to around lap 65, but I really doubt that these drivers are going to make it that far away. And you can see Jim Ott has actually been caught by Cofield. My guess is that Jim Ott wants to save a little bit more fuel, maybe just trying to get as much as he can out of it so he doesn't have to make another pit stop. But I see these guys coming in having to make a splash and go stop at least. You can see a lot of drivers coming in this time by. Jim Ott's coming in, Cofield in this time. You can see Finley Fitzsimmons all the way on the outside coming in. Alex Penn, John McAdam, and this is going to be a busy pit road sequence as our top 6 are all in. Adam Lancaster is going to stay out there in that 17 machine. And so this is what Adam Lancaster does, is that he makes strategies out of nothing. And I wonder if he's been saving. Let's go and see really quickly. It looks like he downshifted. So let's go ahead and see really quickly where he's letting off at and see if he's trying to save fuel to make it all the way. Right there, it doesn't seem like it. That looks like a regular lap, so maybe not. It looks like he's coming in this time by. Let us know he is trying to save. So Adam Lancaster definitely could be trying to save right now, but Jonathan Cofield is going to come out first. Looks like. And there's Finley Fitzsimmons and Jim Ott. So, I don't know what happened, but I'm guessing that maybe I don't know what happened. I'm going to be 100% honest, but Cofield looks like he had a 9-second pit stop. So it looks like a lot of these drivers are going to wait to use their tires. Jim Ott decided to take his last set of tires. The same thing with Finley Fitzsimmons. So now this is where tire strategy comes into play. Is that, do you take tires, as Adam Lancaster coming in this time by with 25 laps to go, is do you take tires on your last stop or your second to last stop? Now, if you're Jim Ott and Finley Fitzsimmons here, you're taking tires now and you're not going to take them when you have to come in and get a splash and go. But if you're like Jonathan Cofield, you have an extra set of tires. Same thing with Mike Kostek, it looks like. It looks like Mike Kostek is also on the strategy of not taking tires, and same thing with Robert Richards. Tony Iverson also on this strategy. You can see how much faster the 4 and the 5 are because they're on fresher tires. And I agree with Jim Ott and Finley Fitzsimmons here. I think you have to take tires, and now you're running on this last stint right here. And I mean, with these guys pitting so late, they probably can make it to around 5 or so laps to go before they have to pit again. And then they're going to go in and get a splash and go. But if you're Cofield or Kostek or one of those drivers, you can take your tires, you know, you can go in and pit with, I guess, 20 laps to go just to make sure you make it all the way. But you have to make up that position on tires when the other guys also have fresh tires. So, I mean, it's pretty complicated. But I think Jim Ott and Finley Fitzsimmons are on the right move here, taking tires now. But if Cofield or Kostek or Iverson gets a caution, then they're in the driver's bird seat because they have a lot fresher tires. So it's definitely going to be interesting. This is the battle right now for first. Mike Kostek and Robert Richards and Cofield are all kind of going backwards. Same thing with Iverson, but there's Alex Penn. Alex Penn's going to clear in the third. But, I mean, if anything, what I'd be guessing is that maybe these guys are just not going to take tires until they really need it. They can take tires. You know, they can go in with, like 5 or so laps and just hope that they can make up the track position. But whenever the others go in, you know, they have to just take a splash and go fuel. So maybe like a 4-second pit stop. So they would have to make up, you know, almost 10 seconds on track with those newer tires. So they would not have a lot of laps left either. Yeah, definitely kind of interesting. All tire strategy going on right now. Really quickly, let's go through our field. Jim Ott right now out front in first place. Finley Fitzsimmons right now in the second place position. Not too far behind, only 0.3 back. About 2.5 seconds back is Alex Penn. Jonathan Cofield right now in fourth. Mike Kostek in fifth. Cody Iverson right now 6th. Robert Richards 7th. John McAdam right now is 8th. Matt Grenier in the 9th position. Nick Haysher right now in that 10th position. Cody Anderson 11th. Ben Speed in 12th. Chris Lyons right now 13th right behind him. Travis Twitty 14th. James Allen right now 15th. Ryan Terry in the 16th position. Daniel Cunningham right now is 17th. Adam Lancaster 18th. Jason Harrison right now in 19th. And Chris LeBourgeois is 20th. 1 lap down. Tyler Johnson right now 21st, a lap down. Casey Ryback is 22nd. Justin Ray 23rd with his modified. David Farmer 24th. Michael Cole 25th, and that rounds out our drivers on the lead lap. And right here you see Kostek coming in right now. He's going to go and take those 4 tires. He knows he can make it all the way. See them coming out of the pits right now. Jim Ott still our leader. Finley Fitzsimmons second. Tony Iverson, James Allen, Brian Terry all in this time. Alex Penn right now in that third position, kind of by himself. John McAdam by himself in fourth. Jonathan Cofield, Matt Grenier. See Tony Iverson rejoining the track with fresher tires. Right here, pretty big hornet's nest. You see Tony Iverson on a little bit fresher tires. Jonathan Cofield coming into the pits this time, looking to take his last set of tires. J-Mott's still our leader, but Finley Fitzsimmons is not going anywhere. Finley Fitzsimmons is just right there. Right there, Alex Penn. So our first driver on this strategy is going to be Mike Kostek right now. And I don't really know if his strategy is going to be working out. So if we go, let's go to the tower here. And we can see Kostek right now 1 lap down, so he's got a lot of gaining to go on. But Jim Ott and Finley Fitzsimmons and Alex Penn, John McAdams, they still have to make another pit stop. I believe Lucas Lyons, no, he's still out of track. But they still have a lot of time to make up, I believe. And I'm not sure if they'll be able to go all the way and make it up on those 4 tires. But we will see here. Jim Ott still our leader, 3/10 lead over Finley Fitzsimmons right now. Hope y'all have all joined the broadcast tonight. Enjoyed it. It's been a pretty fun one tonight. Now it's going to come down to some strategy here at the end. See Mike Kostek right there. Under fire from Tony Iverson. This is for position. This is for the first car, I believe. Or no, it might be Robert Richards who's on the first car on the strategy. But Tony Iverson, fastest car on the track as of late. Nine laps to go here for Jim Ott. And still these guys are one lap down, so they still have a lot of work of doing. But Finley Fitzsimmons is going to be the first driver in. He needs to have a perfect pit stop. Jim Ott might be following down this next time by. You know, Jim Ott right now, by staying out an extra few laps, is going to be able to take less fuel. So the big thing, though, is where's Finley Fitzsimmons going to come out compared to Robert Richards? And right there you see Finley Fitzsimmons off of turn 2, while Robert Richards is still in turn 1 and 2. So he's got a little bit back to them, but maybe this strategy, you know, I really think that Finley Fitzsimmons then just took, did he take tires there? Let me take a look here. His last pit stop looks like a 5.5. So I don't think Finley Fitzsimmons took tires. And Robert Richards and Tony Iverson are technically still on considerably fresher tires. So let's watch Jim Ott here. As we'll just go to pit lane view so we can see Jim Ott come into his pit stop or pit stall. And we'll see if Jim Ott just takes a splash and go, or if he goes in and takes his tires. If you're in this position, though, I don't think you could take tires. You're just going to hope that your tires have evened out. And you see Jim Ott, he's been in there for about 5 or so seconds. He's going to do a splash and go. And I really think that he still has another set of tires. No, because I would have taken one at like lap 60. So, but I don't know if those guys had taken it. So it's definitely kind of confusing. But nevertheless, 7 laps to go, and John McAdams coming into pit road sideways. He's coming down pit road. Matt Grenier, Ryan Terry, and Adam Lancaster. This is the battle for third place at the moment. But Finley Fitzsimmons out ahead of Jim Ott. Finley Fitzsimmons looking to maybe pull an upset here today. And I really wouldn't call it an upset. Finley Fitzsimmons has been really great as of lately, and he's always near the front. But good for Finley Fitzsimmons. You can see 3 wide going on here between Robert Richards, Cofield, and Tony Iverson. Tony Iverson always here late in these races. He's looked really good as of late. Looking for maybe a top 5. Matt Grenier comes in and is pitting this time by. Going to lose a few positions, but right now Adam Lancaster, our leader, with 6 to go. I'm not sure if maybe he's trying to save or just trying to maybe hope to get a caution here, but 6 laps to go. He last pitted on 25 to go. Not sure if he can make it all the way. Have to keep an eye out for him, but right now we see Finley Fitzsimmons. We know that he can make it all the way, and there's Jim Ott. The gap between them about a second. Cofield's about another 3 seconds back, which I believe Cofield is on fresher tires, maybe, not 100% sure. But nevertheless, running the guys in front of him a little bit down, but like, you know, Alex Penn is out here in 4th place kind of by himself right now. There's Jim Ott, Finley Fitzsimmons, and there's Cofield, Robert Richards, and Tony Iverson. We know they are on fresher tires. I'm guessing that maybe that Jim Ott, they had to take tires, you know, back then. So I think they're actually fine. because they did pull out pretty far ahead of everyone. So I believe that they would have taken 2 tires, or they would have taken tires in the last one. So the few drivers that didn't take tires that may now be on tires are Jonathan Cofield, Robert Richards, Tony Iverson, Mike Kostek. These were the drivers that were on that different strategy. So Finley Fitzsimmons, Jim Ott, and Alex Penn all are on their older tires. But I believe that Cofield and them, they all went in and pitted a little bit early and took 4. So that's exactly what happened. So Cofield, Iverson, Richards, Kostek, all them guys, they already took 4 tires. This is the battle for the lead here, as they were blocking all the way down the track. Jim Ott kind of came from nowhere, and you saw Finley Fitzsimmons really blocking him, and this is for 3 to go. And Adam Lancaster right now still out in front, but this could be your battle for the lead right here, and the battle for the win. Finley Fitzsimmons and Jim Ott side by side. Not sure what happened, but Jim Ott is there. Maybe has a little bit better tire saving wise, and they're going to make contact. Finley Fitzsimmons up the track, and Jim Ott moves him out of the way. And Jim Ott just plain moved him, but 2 laps to go, and Adam Lancaster still out front. As you can see the gap back to him and the 4 car, that is. You hear Adam Lancaster really coasting right now. And he's all the way on the bottom of the track, trying to make it all the way. Has a 3-second gap. Adam Lancaster, can he make it all the way? Adam Lancaster is going to take the white flag. But you got to think that he had to be saving a lot of fuel, and I don't see much acceleration out of that car right now. But I don't think it really matters, as he has a 2-second gap. We have been looking at Finley Fitzsimmons and Jim Ott, but can Adam Lancaster do it? He has a 1.5 seconds back to Jim Ott. And there's the gap right there. You can see Jim Ott really catching fast. Adam Lancaster, can he save enough fuel to make it all the way? But he's got 1 more quarter. Jim Ott's closing in quick. Here goes Adam Lancaster into turn 3. He looks pretty slow. And there's Jim Ott right there. Adam Lancaster is going to run out of fuel. Jim Ott off of turn 4. Jim Ott is going to win at Michigan. Finley Fitzsimmons second and Alex Penn third. And Adam Lancaster is going to coast across the line in 5th place. But it's going to go to Jim Ott. And wow, Adam Lancaster was so very close to winning this race. And Jim Ott is going to win. And he made a power move on Finley Fitzsimmons. We saw Finley throw a massive block down the backstretch. Jim Ott was able to get side by side, and Jim Ott really doored him up the track. And you can see Finley Fitzsimmons, I'm not sure if that is a congratulatory bump or not, or a message bump for, hey, you moved me. But nevertheless, Jim Ott picks up his 2nd win of the year. The only driver to have 2 wins so far this year. What we're going to do is that we are going to step away for just a moment. And we're going to go see if we can get a word from our drivers. So we'll watch him do his burnout here. But also let's go through our race results. So Jim Ott's going to win tonight's race. Finley Fitzsimmons is going to be 2nd, Alex Penn 3rd. Cofield's going to be, Jonathan Cofield, that is, going to be 4th, and Alex Penn 3rd. Adam Lancaster's going to be 5th right now. Mike Kostek 6th. Robert Richards 7th. Tony Iverson 8th. John McAdam 9th. And Matt Grenier will round out our top 10 tonight. Nick Haitia's going to finish in a strong 11th place. Cody Anderson 12th. James Allen's going to finish 13th. Ben Speed 14th. Travis Twitty's going to be 15th tonight. Lucas Lyons 16th. Daniel Cunningham 17th. And Brian Terry is going to be in that 18th position. And looking a little bit further down, Jason Harrison is going to finish 19th. Chris LeBourgeois is going to finish 20th. Tyler Johnson 21st. Casey Bryback 22nd. Justin Ray 23rd tonight. David Farmer 24th. Michael Cole 25th. And our only 2 drivers not finished the race, Sean Kastritza and Scott Fritz. They will round out our field tonight. That will be your finishing order tonight. So we're going to step away, play a quick video from one of our sponsors, and then we'll be right back with y'all. right, so we are back here. And we're going to go and see if we can pull in our third place driver. Alex Penn, that is. Hey, Alex, you got a copy?
I got you.
Well, you came out here a little bit earlier and said on the broadcast that you had a lot of work to do tonight after starting 20th, but made your way up pretty early with a little bit of, different strategy compared to some others, and were able to kind of stay in the top, 5, 6 after that, and you ended up finishing third tonight. So tell us how you did it.
Yeah, pretty happy with how the strategy worked out. Definitely towards the end, I had uh, a lot of guys who I think took 2 tires early on, and then 2 tires on the last stop as well. Definitely putting the pressure on me. They were definitely starting to run me down, and made me a little nervous as we were getting to the end. And Adam did a great job saving fuel. I really thought he was going to pull off the win there, but definitely happy to pick up the P3.
Yeah, and you already have a win this year, so definitely a lot of relief off your shoulders so far. But you still want to get good finishes, and getting consistent top fives like you have been this season is always great. So, what do you got to do going forward after this race? Schedule starts to toughen up a little bit after this one. So, what do you got to do for these next few races?
I am extremely excited for the next couple of races as we're going to the road courses, and that's where I got my first win on a in Bluegrass was on the road course, so I'm pretty excited.
All right, buddy. Congratulations on your third place finish tonight. Go and thank your teammates, sponsors, friends, family, anyone else you'd like to thank.
Yeah, big thanks to the guys over at Cornerstone Finley who picked up P2 after that crazy battle for the win. Dave Farmer and Justin Ray as well for sticking it out to the end and help salvage a couple of team points as well. And then for the sponsors, I'd like to thank the aerial professionals of Western North Carolina, Function Junction Smoke Shop, who were on the car. There's a running joke in Cornerstone that that car gives us an extra 10 horsepower, and it's shown every time I've run it. Um, GG's of Waynesville, North Carolina, Mountain View Detailing, and Waynesville Tire as well.
All right. Well, congratulations on your third place finish tonight. We'll see you next week.
Thanks, Mikey.
All right, that was our third place finishing driver tonight, Alex Penn. Had a very strong night, so we're going to go ahead and pull up our second place finisher tonight here. Hey, Finley Fitzsimmons, you got a copy?
I sure do.
Well, came up one position short of the win tonight. We saw you get out front there on pit strategy, a little bit of a better pit stop. Tried to throw the block, and Jim was really able to get underneath you there. We saw him kind of move you out of the way in turn one. So go ahead and tell us about that finish there, Finley.
All of it wouldn't have happened if I didn't hit the wall the lap prior. Yeah, he just gained 5 tenths on me, and I just kind of left on a plate. I tried to do the block because you got to do what you got to do, and unfortunately, it didn't work out. We both made it to the end, so I guess that's all right. But it wasn't meant to be an act of aggression or anything. Kind of, nothing against him. It was just what I had to do to try and get the win. I'm not angry at him at all. I don't hold anything against him. He did what he had to do as well. As soon as you throw a block like I did, you're just asking for whatever happens, and you can't really complain. So, yeah, I'm a little bit disappointed I threw it away in the case that I gave him the opportunity to pass me, but as soon as he did the best job. He was the better driver through the race, just about. So he deserved that one.
I got you. No harm, no feelings. But you're sitting 13th in points. You're definitely going to gain some good points after tonight, especially after finishing the stage, and then you're gonna finish second. So it's definitely gonna help you in the points scene. So are you looking forward to these next few weeks? Got a few road courses on the schedule, something a little bit different than what we've had at the beginning of the season. So what you're looking forward to here next?
I will be looking forward to the road courses, but unfortunately I'm on holiday and I'm going to miss them. I'm a bit of a road course ringer myself, but yeah, being British and all. But yeah, unfortunately I'm going to miss those two. I'll be back on the 28th, so I'll be back for, I think it's Iowa.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but no, I would be looking forward to them. I'm looking forward to Sonoma later on in the season, but yeah, I know some of my teammates are quite good at road course as well, so I'm sure we can get someone in.
Gotcha, buddy. Well, If you have any teammates, friends, family, sponsors that you'd like to thank, go ahead and thank them.
Massive thank you to the team, Alex bringing home the P3 as well, but also Dave and Justin as well for being the great members of the team. Despite having incidents early on, they still raced and raced to the finish, so good on them. Big thank you to the sponsors as well for the team, Aerial Pros, Function Junction Smoke Shop, GG's of Waynesville, Mountain View Detailing, and Waynesville Tyres for sponsoring the team. Yeah, big thank you to them, of course, and thank you for you guys as well for running the league and you in the broadcast.
All right. Well, congratulations on your second place finish, and we'll see you in 3 weeks at Iowa. So go and see you, buddy.
Thank you, Mikey. Have a good one. See ya.
That was our second place finisher tonight, Finley Fitzsimmons, who had a great run all night. Was so very close. Said he just got into the wall, which hurt his chances there. So let's go and pull Jim Ott into the booth. Jim Ott, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, Mikey.
Well, second win of the year, already locked in, but looking to rack up on some more playoff points. He really looked like one of the better cars, if not the best, out on track tonight. You were able to get out front, lead a lot of laps. And, we saw you kind of get a little bit behind Finley there, but he made one little mistake, and you were able to capitalize off of it. So go and tell us about your race.
Yeah, I ran a really clean race all night. Michigan's always one I circle when we come to it, so always excited to come and race. But yeah, I mean that last pit stop actually, I had a issue with I think the 84 or whatnot. I wasn't able to get up to speed. He was coming out of the pits just in front of me, and he wasn't up to speed by any means. So I lost a ton of time coming out. But yeah, made it up on track. Finley was he was tough to pass all night. He didn't give us an inch all evening either. But either way, we got around him and came in first. Man, it's awesome.
Well, you've been winning a lot of races. Well, 2 races, but still, you won 2 out of the first 5, and it's looking to already like a pretty good season for you, Jim. And what do you got looking forward? We got 2 road courses coming up, I believe. Then we go to Iowa, so pretty hard schedule coming up. But what do you got to do to stay victorious at those races?
Well, the same thing I've been doing, man. Just being patient, just kind of letting the race come to me and, not making any mistakes. That's really all it is. Just not overdriving. As far as the road courses, not my forte, but, I'll put, hopefully a respectable finish up, top 10s or whatnot. But, yeah, just keep plugging along and hopefully carry this momentum into next week.
All right, buddy. Well, congratulations on your win tonight. Go and thank your friends, teammates, family, sponsors, anyone else you like to thank.
Yeah, sir. Friends and family for watching, man. I appreciate what you do up in the booth. Everybody at Bluegrass, Jason, man. It's always a great show coming out on Tuesday, so appreciate that.
All right. Well, congratulations on your win, and we'll see you next week.
All right, thanks, sir.
Well, and that will conclude our race here at Michigan Speedway. Really want to thank all the drivers for coming out here once again. Really would not be possible without them all. So they always put on a good show for us here in the Bluegrass Iracing series. And looking forward, we'll be at Mid-Ohio, I believe, next week, which will be a road course, and it's going to be very fun. So make sure that y'all come in and tune for that. Again, we run Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday night, so make sure that you come and check out all of the racing that we have. Tomorrow night will be our Cup Series also here at Michigan, so make sure that you do not miss that broadcast with Steve McMillan. It'll be here on YouTube and on Facebook. So really quickly, before we leave, we just want to give a thanks to our sponsors, Red Rocket Building and Barbecue, Butt Kicker, and Bluegrass Power Washing. So again, we want to thank everyone for viewing in tonight. Again, make sure that you give us a like here on Facebook and YouTube. Make sure that you share it with your friends. Anyone else that would love to watch some racing. And again, we'll be back tomorrow night here on YouTube and Facebook at the Bluegrass Iracing series pages. So again, good night to all. Thank you all for coming in for another wonderful race with a lot of drama there at the end. And we'll see you